What's up, dears? Lehxra here. We're back with our favorite Japanese psychological adventure, Broken Minds. Last we left off, they introduced like this new mechanic for, I guess, like analyzing things, and it seemed really complicated, so let's hope that I can figure out how to do it. Okay, we ready? Let's go. I literally just dropped myself off here. This is so rude. What was I supposed to do again? Let's break this. So Reiwa loves rabbits. There's probably nobody else involved in the case that loves rabbits as much as her. Hover over an icon to learn what it does. Just plain lying, incidental, doesn't have anything to do. Sidestepping. Logic leap. Emphasis. Bad connection. Hypothetical. Opinion. I think it's either opinion maybe not incidental. So I think either logic leap or opinion. I'm gonna go with logic leap, I think. I don't know. How do you even do this? What do you spin? Oh, should I not have spun? The will ended on win. Gain, you have received a hint. Continue. What's my hint? Wait, what's my hint? Okay, so I just kind of went through, I guess, like the tutorial thing again. I still don't get it, but I turn easy mode on. So this is still highlighted, like I clicked it before, but then I chose spin. But like, where was my hint? It went to hypothetical and then it gave me a win, but... Oh. Okay. This didn't happen. Either Dr. It didn't happen. Because of this, she decided to kill him. Did I mention it didn't happen? Okay, I think I got a hang of it. Kind of. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. A little bit. With the help of the little cheat thing. Hopefully, like, I fast forward through myself just staring at the screen and being confused and getting wrong things. Okay, so on drugs. Reiwa admitted that she'd been taking drugs. A drug-induced rage eventually led her to kill Dr. Uzumaki. Reiwa keeps drugs around the office because she's awesome that way. That's an opinion. Okay, I got it. Hypothetical. Oh, turn this on. Okay. So, after taking drugs, Reiwa was so confused and angry that she poisoned the chocolate. That's a logic leap. And then Dr. Uzumaki would probably eat anything Reiwa gave him, even if she was high while doing so. Logic leap. So, oh, I think that was it. Okay, so the conclusion on the statement makes it an opinion, but there is also no evidence that Reiwa kept any drugs in Dr. Uzumaki's office. It's hard to imagine that being confused and angry would lead to carefully soaking chocolate in poison. As likely as this is, it makes a pretty big assumption. Submit. Yay, I submitted 3 things. What is this doing now? Okay, this is locked. So, grudge. Reiwa has a grudge against Uzumaki because of something she overheard him say. Turn on our hints. So, Reiwa overheard Uzumaki sharing personal details with his clients. They probably didn't like getting to know him. Logically. Reiwa's motives for killing Dr. Uzumaki was personal. He directly hurt her with his bad habits. That's lying and sidestepping. Dr. Uzumaki made people draw their feelings. Incidental. Just because no one Reiwa didn't like it doesn't mean every client did. Even though Dr. Uzumaki was a bad person, this method of therapy did not affect Reiwa personally because she was not a client of his. What does this have to do with Reiwa's grudge? Owns a knife. Only an insidious fiend would own a knife like this. And guess who does? Reiwa. Opinion and logic leap. Dr. Uzumaki was killed with a knife just like hers. Just plain lying. Reiwa's knife is a vital clue in the investigation. Just plain lying. Just because she owns a knife doesn't mean she'll do something bad with it. This is simply not true. No, it isn't. Activate. No motive for parents. Oh no, this one's different. Cue me going la, 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 for 20 minutes. Okay, Reiwa has only briefly spoken with Noah's parents and never heard any reason. Oh, you actually want me to do this? Reiwa has only briefly spoken. This coordinates complex movement. This area sends signals to... This area receives data about sensations. Okay. Okay. Reiwa had only briefly spoken with Noah's parents. So, like, this interprets spoken in written language? No, it interprets it, though. This part receives images. Maybe this one? Production of speech. I'm gonna go with broke his area. Never heard any reason to kill them. Okay, submit. Did I not do it? Now I'm confused again. I'd done it. I'd seen through Reiwa's thought process. Now I could save her from herself. Befriend Reiwa? Sure. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was the longest thing ever. Like, it just took me half an hour to figure out the thing, and it wasn't even that hard. It really wasn't. Oh, goodness. Most of the video is probably just me being sped up, but we gotta keep going. I don't know how long it's gonna actually be. Reiwa was a confusing person. And a confused person. She must have known in her heart she wasn't the killer. In some ways, I pitied her. She deserved to have a friend. So do I. I decided to befriend her, despite the cost it would take on my sanity. Yeah, girl, because you're gonna go insane with her logic. Oh my gosh, her logic was so dumb. I wasn't sure what I had been scared of. Maybe it was her strange accent. Reiwa, I don't think you killed Dr. Uzumaki. The logic doesn't add up. You said that you were on drugs and that you may have killed him in a blind rage. But that's a pretty weak argument. There's no way to prove it. Besides, would you really remember nothing? What about the grudge I have? He did some awful things, Noah. He was practicing with a forged license for one. No matter how awful he was or how much you hated him, it doesn't matter. The fact that you hated him is irrelevant as long as you can't definitively prove you did it. Well, there may not be proof, but there is a connection. What about the rabbits, Noah? I know I bought chocolates like those recently. I don't know where they went. What? Why didn't you mention this earlier? I've been forgetting things recently. Come on, Noah. Admit you're wrong. I did it. No. All this means is that you're probably confused. Dr. Uzumaki bought the chocolates and didn't tell you. You can't prove that. You're right. But there's one thing I can prove. Something that makes it impossible for you to have committed this crime. The detectives proved the connection between Dr. Uzumaki's death and my parents' death. They think that Dr. Uzumaki killed my parents and then killed himself with the chocolates. Really? You have no motive to kill my parents, right? Or send me a threatening letter. Why would I send you a letter? You're so lame. Exactly. My ego took a small punch to the gut, but it was worth it. I was winning her over. I guess you're right, Noah. If they really proved a connection between the murders, then I guess I didn't kill him. Your parents were so nice? I'd never kill them? Yes, they were pretty nice. Well, what are you still standing there for? Actually, Reiwa, I was wondering, would you be my friend? Do you really have to ask that? Does that mean you will? No, it means why would you ever actually ask someone that question? You should just let these things naturally happen? And the answer is no? Oh, I'm mad. Is she serious? You're not gonna be my friend? My Tomodachi? You're just too annoying. Thanks for cheering me up, though. Oh, hey, no big deal. No big deal. This is awkward. Oh, she's so sad. Good night, then. Night. I was annoying. First time I'd heard that one. Maybe I didn't have any friends because I was secretly annoying. If I was being annoying, why didn't anyone ever tell me? It seems so inconsiderate. If Reiwa had just said, "You're being annoying," at any point in our earlier conversations, I could have fixed the problem. Instead, I was wondering about what I'd done wrong. I would probably go on to unintentionally annoy countless other people. Maybe I could ask someone about it in the future. Anyway, it was getting late. I needed the cold, uncomfortable reality of the tatami mat. I vowed to do better in the morning. Okay, girl, bye! Can I look at the TV again? Oh! Hey, it's actually a gruesome one! That's funny, because I remember when I looked at it last time, it was just like a temple or something. It was just something nice, and it was like, this episode was particularly gruesome, and there was just like, how? My apartment was better. Oh! Okay, girl. Duh. I remembered my cousin once had an apartment that looked exactly like Reiwa's. The apartment layout there had been just as perplexing. Oh, it wants me to go this way. Wait. What's that? It wants me to go here. I could see the bed through the door. One-person apartments didn't have much of a need for privacy. Wait. There. Wait. Here? Wait. Here. Yeah. That was a compartment door right in plain sight. I lifted it gently. Irish Reiwa had given me a nicer setup. But that would have been asking too much for someone who had imposed on her without much of a notice. Aw, this is a nice place to fall asleep at. What if she gets up like in the middle of like the night and like steps on her accidentally trying to go to the bathroom? I soon fell asleep. Click to continue. Click again. Click some more. Click some more. Keep clicking. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? Tsunoa, hello. What is going on? Is that a rabbit? Is that a rabbit? What is going on? I am scared. I'm shook. I am shooken. Wait, the frick do they want me to do now? Okay, it's just dark. Is there something I'm supposed to click on? I see a bunch of freaking drawings. I guess they just wanted me to spin around in a circle until I got here. Oh, this is so cool. Whoa, that's trippy. That was trippy and cool and stuff. I like the 3D. Well, I mean, all the backgrounds are 3D rendered, I think. Or something like that, but that was really cool. It was about this time that I realized I was having a dream. A dream without a hint of reality. Or so I hoped. It scared me. To my core. Hello. The rabbits. I remembered something. I had the feeling that I needed to go somewhere. To check something. But there wasn't time. February 11th, March 11th, 1992. I'm still not born. Guess, what do you want? Have a nice time solving your case? Thank you, Reiwa. I will. Reiwa had been nice enough to let me stay over. I owed her gratitude, even if she didn't want to be my friend. Maybe sometime I could crash at your house. Are you telling me or deciding that? Oh, never mind. Who'd want to stay at your house anyway? It's probably got blood and stuff. I was a little relieved. Yeah, yeah. Well, so long. Thanks again for driving me. I prefer walking? What do you think? Couldn't she take a hint? I have to go, Reiwa. Sorry. I have to go too? It was just a question? Rude. Oh, I'm sorry. She was already gone. I really screwed up there. It was time to see what the detectives were up to. The detectives are waiting for me. Or are they? Have they been scribbling on Uzumaki's face? Excellent detective work. The cork boards were looking a little crooked. Where were they? There was no sign of them. Oh. Hey, hear the posse coming in. They coming in strong. Oh, what is this full-on CG? Yes. Ready to continue the investigation? No, what do you mean, no? I can pay you. That's not it, moron. There's no need to investigate because we solved it. Look at my eyes. They're bloodshot and sleep-deprived. You know what that means. Mystery cram. Mystery cram? Yes. We spent all night debating, arguing, counter-arguing. In the end, we came up with a theory, and I think it's correct. So, who did it? Who killed my parents? Who is the orphan? It's her. Was she... I suspect Noah a lot, but I mean, she... she could have hired somebody, because she couldn't have... She wasn't there. The answer is simple. It's what I thought all along. It's Uzumaki. They look so happy. So, that's really it. I thought they were gonna be like, it's you! I was gonna be like, I knew it, kinda, sorta. I don't know, Noah's just so suspicious. Like, she's so suspect. I don't trust her. I don't know. That's what your whole night's worth of work amounted to. Yeah. You got a problem with that? Excuse me. It was a long night. I understand. Heh, do you? Right. Well, it's done. You know Uzumaki did it. The detectives aren't getting it. Even after all the hints I dropped for them. See, what does she mean by that? Maybe that was my fault. I was too vague. They seemed like smart people, but that may have been too optimistic of me. All they'd effectively done is be eccentric, with barely any crime solving. I hoped there would be a way to fix this mess, and at the very least convince them of Uzumaki's innocence. Let's all sleep now. You can't do that yet. I didn't get much sleep either, but... Bad dream? Yeah. But I need to know your reasoning. Oh, but I'm so tired. Can't you give us a rest? That was another test. He wanted me to ask. If I didn't, I would make a poor detective. The more time I had with the detectives, the more time I had to convince them. Very well. I had to accept Takuma's challenge. Takuma, please understand. I need to know how he killed them. That's what closure is, isn't it? Yes, I suppose so. Fine. I'll explain. Wait! Let me get a box of tissues! Shut up, Yuzuki. What do you know about Dr. Uzumaki? The terrible therapist with inferiority complex or possible narcissism. We know he was an orphan. We know he was close to Noah. We know he had opportunity. Tell her the profile, Ume. Sure. I believe he wanted to kill your parents, Noah, because he saw himself as a paternal figure to you. A paternal figure, but also, in a way, your child. That makes no sense. It's an oxymoron. How could he be both my parent and my child? I said in a way. You're so literal. What I meant was, he was playing the role of a parent who had a close relationship with their child. He was confused. He wanted to relate to you in a way only orphans can, but he was slowly becoming your parent himself. That's why, soon after killing your real parents and making you an orphan, he had to commit suicide. That makes sense, I suppose, in a twisted logic way. But still, why did you say he was my child? Just ignore it. It's too complex anyway. Can the snark, Ume. You shouldn't say stupid things and then expect Noah to let you off the hook. You're right. I'm sorry. It was the first time I had heard Ume apologize. Interesting. He was looking up to you initially. He told things to his patients. At first, I thought it was reverse therapy. Using up his patient's time for his own problems. But it deeper than that. Uzumaki saw all of his patients as surrogate parents. Well, patient. The only person he was seeing besides you was a little girl named Amane Kirishima. I saw it on his computer. When did she see that? But that changed with you. For some reason, he began to think of you as his child. That's what I meant, Noah. Why do you think that is, even though you look so old? Was that did you just insult her? Hey, I don't look that old. I thought the very same thing. How do you know all of this, Ume? Was there a file somewhere on his computer explaining his psychology? No. Have you ever heard of fan fiction? I've tried to unhear it. Hey, I like fan fiction. I write fan fiction. Oh, she does too. Well, I write it. In my head. About people. Wait, is this how she came up with this? To me, every person is like a character. Even myself. Coming up with their backstory comes naturally. So, you're saying your theory is completely worthless? Oh, not quite. It's based in reality. The playful nature of the office suggested by that indoor pool. That was Uzumaki's doing. In other words, he was a child at heart. And from what you told us before, he was constantly seeking approval. Sounds about right to me. But what about the shift from child to parent? Why else would he kill himself? Because he didn't want to get caught. Remember, he killed himself after I hired you. Maybe he realized it wasn't worth it. The idea behind the letter was essentially for you to join him in his misery, right? How could you do that if he was dead? Firstly, he chooses to deal with his distress by creating a fellow orphan to bond with in you. Then he just offs himself as soon as a small complication arises? That doesn't seem right. He knew there would be an investigation. It was inevitable as soon as he murdered your parents. So why would he suddenly change his whole plan for something he would have predicted? Because something happened that he didn't predict. Obviously, it's because he realized who he had become to you. Wow. You really want this to make sense? Because it will. It's cool. Also, it kind of fits the facts. Ume is so motivated to solve your case, Noah. Please, please, please give her a chance. She's doing her best. Thanks a lot, Yuzuki. Don't waste time with half-dipped Pocky. It doesn't matter what Noah thinks. All the evidence points to Uzumaki performing the murder, regardless of his motives. I'm listening. When you first saw the rabbit, you probably assumed he was there to tease you as he burned your house down. Something like that, I guess. He wasn't. He was there to kill your parents the easy way, with a gun. First, he tapped on your window. Why he low-key look like you from the back? Maybe not. He wanted you as close to him as possible. A poor shot, no doubt. Just as he was about to kill them, though. Noah's rice cooker produced an ungodly amount of steam. Noah shouted fire because that's what she thought it was. Uzumaki was scared off. He didn't want to risk killing you in the chaos. Huh. That actually does make some sense. You're better detectives than I thought. You're welcome. See, Noah, there's no way to counter that. It perfectly explains the rabbit's behavior. Well, why so eager to shoot this theory down? Because what if you're not right? You can't rush this conclusion. Uzumaki was a very sensitive person. Maybe not the best moral character out there, but still. If there's even a small chance he didn't do it, I have to prove him innocent. So prove Takuma wrong, Noah. It's the least you can do after all of this complaining. Okay, then I will. I can't wait to hear it. Just give me a second. This is my chance. It had to be a solid counter-argument. Good logic is built on a solid foundation. They weren't right, I knew that. So there had to be a hole. And you want me to do that thing again, don't you? Logic train! Woo! We're not going on the logic train right now. Ooh, this one seems like it's going to be even more complicated because I don't know what the frick Ume was getting at, but frickin' Takuma, I don't know, maybe. Ume was like, I write fan fiction in my head. It's right. So anyway, that's gonna be it for Broken Minds today, dears. If you watched the last video, or if I mentioned it, did I mention? I didn't mention it before. So we're going to be doing like the whole week of videos. Hopefully I can do this next week and then like the week after that to kind of like make up for lost time since I've been gone still. But yeah, so if you liked this thing, if you like the series or just like my content or anything like that, just, you know, like, comment, subscribe if you so choose to, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.